Welcome back to US Stock Express. It's December 12th, 2025, and we have a lot of ground to cover today. So what's on the docket? Why did the explosive AI boom suddenly hit a wall, sending giants like AMD and Broadcom tumbling? How did Lululemon's stock soar to new heights on the very same day its CEO stepped down? And what on earth is the two Kevins Fed showdown, and why should every investor care? Let's dive in. First, let's set the stage. Today was a rough one for the bulls, with every major index closing in the red. The tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 took the hardest hit, plunging over 2%. The small-cap Russell 2000 wasn't far behind, dropping 1.5%, and the broader S&P 500 fell just over 1%. The Dow Jones was the relative winner, if you can call it that, with a more modest 0.5% decline. Let's just say the Dow took the stairs down while the others jumped out the window. Now for a story that perfectly captures the mood. At a recent tech conference, a rogue AI barista caused absolute chaos because it was so focused on perfecting its optimal brewing algorithm that it completely forgot to actually serve drinks. It's a hilarious and maybe a little too on-the-nose example of the perils of over-engineering simple tasks with AI. Speaking of things that are brewing, let's talk about a different kind of storm, one brewing over at the Federal Reserve. President Trump has revealed his shortlist for the next Fed chair, and it's come down to a showdown between the two Kevins. The big story here is the president is openly pushing for dramatically lower interest rates, setting the stage for a major policy battle. That debate over rates is happening against a backdrop of a nervous tech market. Take Broadcom or AVGO. The company smashed earnings expectations and forecast explosive AI revenue growth. So what did the stock do? It sold off sharply. The concern? Their guidance suggests that booming AI chip sales might actually squeeze their profit margins, spooking investors who are already worried about overheated tech valuations. In stark contrast to Broadcom, let's look at Lululemon. The athleisure giant's stock surged nearly 10% today. The catalyst? A surprising third-quarter earnings beat and the announcement that CEO Calvin McDonald will step down. Investors cheered the strong results, fueled by explosive international growth, and seemed to welcome the leadership change after a year of slumping U.S. sales and very public criticism from founder Chip Wilson. Now back to the tech sector's struggles. AMD had a rough session, closing down nearly 5%. The stock has slid over 10% in the past month, underperforming the broader tech sector. All eyes are now on its upcoming earnings report. Despite the weak short-term price action, analysts are still forecasting strong year-over-year growth. The selling pressure wasn't isolated. Corning, ticker GLW, fell over 8%. But here's the interesting twist. Despite the drop, the story behind the scenes is one of strong institutional confidence. Several major funds significantly increased their stakes last quarter, betting big on Corning's crucial role in powering AI data centers and 5G networks. Another notable mover to the downside was Arista Networks, ANET, down over 7%. The drop came amidst a cocktail of concerning news, a major hedge fund cutting its stake and a flurry of insider stock sales. That combination spooked some investors. However, the company continues to roll out innovative networking tech, and analysts maintain a moderate buy rating, suggesting this dip might just be a bump in the road. Staying with the theme of insider activity, look at Amphenol, APH. Its stock fell over 7%, and the decline appears directly linked to significant insider selling. Executives cashed out over $148 million in stock last quarter, an action that overshadowed positive institutional buying and the company's own strong earnings. Moving to the energy sector, Constellation Energy, CEG, tumbled over 7%. The reason? A key nuclear facility was forced to reduce its power output. This unexpected operational hiccup at the Limerick generating station directly hits near-term earnings, reminding investors that even in the reliable nuclear sector, technical glitches can cause a power outage for the stock price. Even a strong narrative couldn't escape the selling today. Seagate, STX, dropped nearly 7%. This is a company riding a massive wave of AI-driven demand for its high-capacity data storage drives, but today, that bullish story faced a very tough day on the market. Wrapping up our look at tech, Micron, MU, fell 6.6% in the broad sell-off. Despite a massive rally this year, the stock is pulling back ahead of its critical earnings report next week. Investors are clearly growing nervous about lofty AI sector valuations, especially after seeing disappointing reactions to results from peers like Broadcom. That's all for today's market update. Thank you for watching US Stock Express. Stay informed, and we'll see you next time.